and welcome to another episode of the Stubborn Heroes, a Dungeons & Dragons podcast. My name is Adam, and I am the Dungeon Master, and the Stubborn Heroes we have today are David, who plays Bonnie.
Hello.
Parker, who plays Tyrannus.
Hey.
Parker, who plays Thanthui.
Oh, hey again.
Billy, who plays Benjamin Grimshaw.
Oh, hey guys.
Raymond, who plays Rasuan.
Hurl.
Cody, who plays Belgarath.
Hello.
And yes, once again, joining us today, the Dungeon Milady of the Lucky Die podcast. Yes, Dungeon Milady, which is what we agreed on last time, remember?
Yes, I prefer this term.
The talented and the amazing Volonda. So, Volonda, for those who may not have heard the last episode, why don't you just give them a rundown of who you are and where you're from?
Me, Volonda, or me, Talus?
You, Volonda.
Me, Volonda. I come from a podcast called The Lucky Die, where I am the Dungeon Milady. And we're running through a homebrew setting where the gods are literally dying, and we're following 3 convicted criminals and a drug addict as they try to save the world. Other than that, you can find me on other role-playing podcasts and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's who I am and where I'm from.
Yeah, so make sure that you check out The Lucky Die. It's a Dungeons & Dragons podcast, and I highly recommend it. So if you like us and you're looking for something that may be a bit more gritty, maybe something a bit more dark, maybe something a bit more full of... You probably have a lot more death in yours than we do in ours.
Well, spoiler alert.
I like that.
Oh, gosh.
You're more than welcome to come.
Yeah, so check out The Lucky Die. All right, so let's begin. So, last time, you all, where the hell did you start last time? I'm trying to think. A lot. We covered a lot of ground.
The
It was in the
werewolves.
forest.
We
yes.
started
After we killed the werewolves.
All right. So you had just defeated the werewolves. You were sieged by them. Thanthui was pretty much dying on the ground, bleeding out. You had stabilized him, but none of you had any way of healing his wounds. You didn't have any potions. None of you know any healing spells. Thanthui is your only healer. Then you heard something from the bushes, and emerging from the bushes was a mysterious figure, a woman, and she had just killed the last of the werewolves for you. She revealed herself to be named Talus, and that she had bones for arms. She was wearing a honeycomb organic chest plate with lots of twigs and vines, but most prominently all over her figure are these crystalline stones that make up spiking from her shield and seem to make up the bulk of what her skeletal arms meshed and sewn together with leather and little bits of twigs and things from the forest itself, and these burn marks all over your neck. Correct,
Yes.
Talus?
Yeah.
Burn marks all over. Whoever this Talus is, you recognized her as obviously a formidable opponent, a formidable adventurer like yourselves, and she immediately whipped you all into shape and let you know how stupid you were for traveling on the road during a full moon at night. She was able to use her healing abilities to heal Thanthui, and then invited you to go back to her camp in the forest, where you all rested for the evening. She explained that she was on her way to the town of Harlain, where she was to meet with Casper Goldcrest, the Lord of Kerberad, this kingdom that you find yourselves in. And that Casper Goldcrest had some work for her, and she actually invited you all to join her when she goes there and perhaps help her with the assignment in Harlain. All the goods that you had were destroyed, so you don't really have much prospects. You did find one chest that you opened, and although all the glass and stuff was broken, you took out the parchment from it, and I think Thanthui was able to fix, or no, he created out of clay a teacup, and it was Tyrannus who was able to mend and sort of fix one other teacup. But besides that, most of the goods are destroyed. These were goods that were headed to Lord Casper Goldcrest, and as you have all learned with your experience in the town of Anglepoint, the Goldcrests do not forgive easily. And even Talus gave you a perhaps some foreshadowing with her warning that you should not cross Casper Goldcrest. You all then proceeded to head to Harlain in the morning, fresh from your long rest. It was only going to be a few hours when you came upon a bridge. There was a dead body there. Turned out to be a troll. And Bonnie, with a 1 to her perception, slipped and fell into...
Try a 0.
A 0. Tripped and rolled down into the ravine, into the cave. And you all followed to save your comrade, where a battle ensued with the troll itself. Some funny shenanigans there. But eventually you were able to cut off some of its limbs, which then came back to scratch at you. I believe Talus grabbed one and tried to use it as an improvised weapon to attack the troll itself, but it didn't really work out well. And ultimately, Tyrannus was able to light it aflame, and then the killing blow came from Thanthui, who created a spear of water that decapitated the troll. And that is where you find yourselves now. So, you've all just finished in this battle. I'm just going to move you to the correct slide. There we go. Yes, I've added in a few things here. You've all just finished this battle with the troll, and you're just sort of reaming from it still. Your adrenaline's going. I believe somebody destroyed the head.
That was me.
Yeah, Rasuan. Rasuan just destroyed the head. None of the bits of the troll that are left seem to be moving. So you're all quite assured that yes, you have actually killed it now. Probably due to the using fire on it. So, Belgarath, your blood is still boiling. You're still raged. Your goblin skin is dark and red with like dragon scales patchy all over it. What do you guys do?
Tyrannus is going to look around this cave, see if there's any other like entrances, exits, kind of take in the shape of the cavern.
Yeah, so the cave dips down a little bit to this area here, off in the corner, where you see what looks like almost like a gathering of random items. The floor is just slick with blood, old and fresh and new, and you see several bones and body parts scattered about, and it just seems to be a big junk pile there in the corner, Tyrannus, from where you're standing.
Okay, I guess Tyrannus is going to tentatively walk down and see if he can find anything of value in the piles of bone and garbage.
All right. Yep. Roll an investigation. What's everybody else doing?
Bonnie would go on.
Oh, Belgrath is just hitting the body with his club, trying to like get himself out of rage.
Belgrath just
down.
this large fever bone. He just keeps smashing against the mushy, ashy embers that is left of this troll that you've defeated. Just.
David,
Go on, Ray.
No, go for it. You're talking.
Oh, I was going to say that Bonnie would just look around to see if there's any more, like, monsters like that or any signs of any more of them.
All right. Yeah, when you walk over there, Bonnie, you see what I explained earlier. I get what you're going after.
No, like more so see if there's like another troll or more trolls, signs of other trolls.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, roll an investigation. That's fine.
I mean, if she sees that stuff too, then I mean, of course she's gonna,
There it
That's
is.
besides the point.
There it is.
Meanwhile, Thanthui is swimming around in the water.
Yep, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess I never explained why you're playing Thanthui.
Don't just leave it. Just leave it. They don't need to know.
Adam, so I get advantage. I rolled an unnatural 20 and a natural 20.
That's insane.
Oh.
All right, so I'll explain to you in a second. What's Talus doing?
There looks like it's maybe a little passage or a little nook to the northeast of where I am, so I'm probably going to head in that direction after picking up my rapier because I dropped it on the floor to beat it with its own arm.
Yeah, you don't need to roll an investigation because there's just one thing there. So as you head up there and you're looking here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you look into that little nook, you'd see what looks like the skeletal remains of another dead troll.
Gross.
So, yeah, that's all that's there.
Okay, I might use some of that. Carry on.
Okay. Okay. What's Benjamin Grimshaw doing?
He's just more or less looking around, collecting his bearings.
Yep.
He's kind of keeping watch, making sure everything's secure.
Yeah, you're kind of watching the entrance of the cave as you entered. Yeah, no problem. So, and Rasuan?
I was gonna go into that north alcove as well.
Okay.
I was looking at it too, and then
That's fine.
Volonda went there. I was
Just
like,
do what you
cool.
would do. So, Rasuan, you walk up and you'd see Talus just looking at the skeletal remain of a dead troll.
Those look like some big bones.
Right, yeah, I think might be, I don't know, a parent or a sibling. I don't know. It's super fucking dead anyway.
Yeah, very dead. You know who like bone? Belgarath like bone.
I'll tell you what, I'll grab a couple of these femurs here, and then we'll see if I can mix anything out, replace any of these old broken ones, and here, catch. I'm gonna chuck one of the femur bones at Racing to give to Belgarath.
It's a really big bone. These trolls were not small, right? So
I'm gonna try to catch it.
Okay. Acrobatics. You catch it. You sort of
rolled a
fumbled it, but
16.
you're like, whoa, you got it. Yeah, I see that.
I'll walk over and throw it at Belgarath while he's in rage mode.
Belgarath, you dip out of rage mode as a femur bone is dropped in front of you, and it brings you happiness and joy. So I guess I'm going to move on to Bonnie's investigation and Tyrannus's investigation. Tyrannus, you walk up and you start going through the items. You'd notice with your investigation there's 2 corpses here that are still intact and look most fresh. This one here, there's still some flesh on it. It looks like it hasn't been dead for too long, maybe a few weeks. This one here looks like it's been dead probably only a few days. That's all you notice with your, what was it, 9, I think?
9, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't. That's all you really notice. Bonnie pushes past you and approaches. This one here that's on the ground, you'd notice that it's wearing what looks like almost like druidic robes, and with a tightly knit undergarments, all cloth, very tattered sort of organic sort of robes. And there is a symbol on it that looks like a tree with a 20 investigation. Not 20.
Natural
I'm just
20.
In natural 20. I'm just going to give it to you. This is the symbol on their robes is that of House Umbra of Just Grove Woods. But most prominently on it, you'd notice it has this very shimmering, finely made orange scarf that seems to go around its neck and flow out behind it. the other clothes look tattered and tarnished, but this scarf looks immaculate. It seems to be made of like some fine silks with these patterns and symbols on it that's knitted with like a gold thread.
So Bonnie would pick up the scarf, put it around her neck, and be like, "Ooh, this looks pretty on me." And then she'd be like, "Oh, this guy's from House Umbra. The symbols on it says..." I would just relay the information to them, basically. But she would wear the scarf.
The other thing that you notice is the skeletal remains of a man who he's wearing a cowboy hat. He seems to be in an old duster. He still has all of his clothes intact. His face is sort of rotted away, so you can't make out any facial features, but he did have like a big beard, a big white beard, and he seems to be have been wearing a monocle on his eye, and he's gripping something tightly in his hand.
I'd check to see what's in his hand.
This is what's in his hand. I sent it in the group chat.
Would Raswan... Oh, well, actually, no. Well, yeah. Would he have heard the thing from Umbra or whatever when he found the body?
House Umbra?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're all close enough. You're all within earshot. So.
Bonnie, is there any symbols we can take from the body to relay to the house that they have one of those dead over here?
Yeah, it's all over his clothing and stuff.
Like the scarf you are wearing now?
Oh, this scarf? This is my scarf.
Is there any symbols of a House Umbra? Yeah, that is your scarf, as Airtop does quotes in the air.
And so
this
two
guy
more
doesn't
things
need
you
it
find,
anymore.
Bonnie. Sorry, you got a nat 20. So two more things scribbled on back of that parchment that you have, which you haven't mentioned yet.
I know. No, I know. She puts it in her hand. she's not telling anybody right now.
This is what I just wrote there is scribbled on the back of it as well. And he's also wearing a silver shiny ring that has a skull on it.
Why? You just want me to take everything, because she would. Bonnie would take everything that's shiny.
Oh, her name's Belgarath, is it? Cool. Yeah, but that's what you find. So, yeah.
Oh, there's also a ring here too. I guess she'll take it off the finger, but she'll hide the parchment.
Yeah. Okay, what do y'all do?
Bonnie, what was that piece of paper in your hand?
It's just a note for his wife.
Okay, is that yours too now?
No, I'm gonna bring it to his wife when we get to where is it going? We're going to
Harlain.
Map. When we get to Harlain.
Oh, you live in Harlain?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I guess.
Rasuan, you can insight the shit out of that. David, roll a deception check.
There's a ring here. Hey,
roll a
you
deception check. No, roll it. I'm sorry. That's such a blatant lie. I'm sorry.
Bonnie, can I see that letter?
Okay, can you guys call out your rolls?
Yeah, I rolled a 14.
I got a 9.
Okay. Yeah, Rasuan, she's lying.
Rasuan won't call it out right away. He'll just be like, Bonnie, can I see that letter?
Well, she'll walk over to Rasuan and just kind of be like, give it to him and be like, I didn't want her to know. We don't trust her yet.
Oh, I see. Rasuan will say that quietly as he flips open the paper. He'll see the Is it the letter that you handed to me, or is that
It's the
written down
wanted.
on
It's
the-
the wanted form. It's the
Okay,
wanted
yeah.
poster for Grim.
So it is a wanted. Yeah, can you guys just explain what it is for the audience, please?
It's a wanted poster for Ben Grimshaw, dead or alive, but with a reward of 1,000 gold. But if we bring him back alive, then they'll pay double.
Oh, I see this letter for the wife. Funny name for a wife, I guess. Rason's not really good at hiding that kind of stuff, so he's just gonna like kind of pack back up, and then he's gonna walk over to Ben and be like, quietly to Ben, like, "Hey, Ben, seems like you're the wife," and like hand it to Ben.
He'd be like, oh shit. I'm worth a lot of money these days.
You just hear the cracking of like troll bones over in the corner. Taylor is clearly not paying any attention to. She's too busy looting the troll for everything that will make her like more hardy. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Maybe you get troll arms.
I'll grab like one good troll arm. I'll break some knuckle bones off, some
Yeah.
ribs, that sort of thing. Shove it in my bag. Like, she's clearly making a lot of noise that you guys don't have to hide too much.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't be that level of dick.
Ben, what do we do about this?
He'll turn it over and I feel like I gotta pay this Renly guy a visit. See why he wants me so badly.
Hey, maybe we should turn you in, get the money, and then
Kill him?
No.
No, not kill Ben. Kill the other guy.
No. Not right away.
Tyrannus is going to walk over to where you guys are talking and just kind of stand right in front of you and go, "What are you talking about?"
Ben's someone's wife.
He'll just kind of Ben will just hold up the wanted poster next to his face, be like, "It's a terrible portrait, I know, but they did their best."
Tyrannus scans the poster quickly. You're a convict?
Well, I prefer liberator of goods.
Haven't we all done that at one time or another?
Well, I mean, we just looted their bodies, so like, whatever.
Oh yeah, and Bonnie wants to look at the ring that she got.
All right. Yeah, it's do an Arcana check.
Rest assured, I only steal from those that deserve it. Truly.
This says you're wanted for multiple crimes of murder, arson, fraud, and dubious dealings with enemies of the crown.
Yeah, that sounds
That's
about right.
That's a lot of crimes, Ben.
Yeah.
What, and no, like, drink horse riding? What kind of criminal are you?
I like to have
14,
fun.
Adam.
I'll add that to your list of crimes before we leave. Don't worry.
There it is for you to see, Volonda. Sorry, 14, David? Yeah. You'd notice that while you're holding the ring, it seems like there's almost like a pull, and you feel compelled to put it on. You want to put it on. But it's not like overbearing like you have to, but you definitely feel as if there's some sort of magic in it just trying to get you to put it on.
He just found the one ring.
Cue Belgarath.
Bonnie would,
Yeah, you see something shiny, Belgarath, he ain't hiding it.
Bonnie would be, the typical girl where they put on the ring and kind of look at it.
Oh no.
Balgrath can
So
see the ring in his hand.
Yep.
Balgrath would try to comically sneak around Bonnie behind her and try to like reach around her and grab the ring from her hand.
Sleight of hand check.
Well, I wouldn't be disadvantaged. I'm looking at the
huge
ring.
Disadvantage. Are you kidding me? Yeah, and
Give me a second. This is
huge disadvantage.
Do I have to roll anything?
Let's just see what he rolls with the sleight of hand, then we'll go from there.
I guess they're about the same size, aren't they?
Yeah.
sleight of hand, dex. So
Hey guys, do we tell Taylor that Ben is the wife?
it would be 19.
Where's your disadvantage?
Oh, I had disadvantage. Sorry.
I think we should tell Taylor.
Might not be a bad idea. Because, it is quite a hefty reward.
Bonnie, Belgrath tries to steal from you.
Okay, well, so my eyes go black, my blade comes out like, don't you dare!
But it's shiny.
It's mine.
It's shiny though.
I would step back if I were you.
All right, kids, all right. Pack it up. Like, over there in your corner and over there, this belongs to Bonnie. You can't just take it just because you see it now. It's her toy, you leave it alone. And then she does that thing where she points them both to take at least like 2 steps away each other.
Thank you so much.
While Talus is saying that to the children,
She's definitely
Tyrannus-
standing between them with the mum look.
yeah,
Hey, all our hands on your hips. Your
Yep. Yep.
huge troll hands on your hips.
Yep.
Hey, kids.
Tyrannus is going to like whisper to Ben and Rasuan, I think we should keep this between us for now until we can discuss this further. And he gives Ben kind of a stern look.
He'll be like, all right. I can explain everything, but it's not a good time.
Agreed.
All right.
Okay, I guess.
Bonnie puts on the ring.
Oh, God, that's a terrible idea.
You put on the ring?
Yep.
All right.
Instant death.
Imagine.
It's usually not good things that are be like, put me on, wear me.
All right. That's
She's a
interesting.
girl. She just put it on.
Bonnie is now wearing a ornately fine made orange scarf that goes around her mouth and flows out her back, and is wearing a nice ring. I'm glad you all shared the loot fairly.
She's just wearing it. She wants to see what it does.
Yeah. Nothing happens when you wear the ring.
Oh.
It's just going to slowly suck your soul out over time,
That 1 HP drain per day. Like,
She's a 9-year-old who wants to kill people. She's soulless.
1 necrotic damage every day.
Since Rasuan didn't really get an answer from Bonnie earlier, he's gonna go over to that body where Bonnie found the scarf, and he's gonna look for like an emblem of some sort that we can take, and
Yeah, absolutely. You'd see on the robes itself is this emblem, which is actually... Hold on. This is the emblem. One sec. Zoom out. It's on the right side. Sorry for the music. It's this emblem here.
Dust Grove.
Okay.
This is the emblem, which is House Umbra.
I will take that with me,
Okay.
and then
That's it. So, anybody else want to do anything in this troll cave? Or are you ready to leave?
Does this scarf do anything to me?
Doesn't seem to.
accents your eyes beautifully.
That, yes. When they go black, yes.
Perfect.
You're ready for Halloween.
Thanthui's gonna swim up the stream that we took going in here. He's gonna be like, Tyrannus, I'm bored. Let's leave.
And Thanthui leaves.
Ben will just kind of follow.
Rasuan
Now,
heads up
Adam.
out of the cave.
Yeah.
As a question, as a secondary, so Bonnie noticed no sign of any other trolls, right?
No.
Okay.
No. But while you walked over that body there, Bonnie, the one that's in the middle there, you do you hear the clanking of metal, and then you notice 2 large brass keys attached by a chain.
Oh, she picks them up.
Okay.
I already checked that body last time, and I didn't notice
And
anything.
you failed miserably. Yeah.
No, I rolled like an 18.
You were
got,
being
like,
attacked.
5.
You immediately
you
got
were being
attacked by a
attacked.
troll.
Oh,
You looked
okay.
at the body and got attacked by a troll. So I'm telling, So you've just found those keys. Okay.
Brass keys.
Yep.
Can she look at them?
No. They're just 2 large brass keys. I don't know what else to tell you.
Describe the shape in detail of the.
What
Are
is
they
the
skeleton
metallurgical
keys?
makeup of all of these brass? Because can be a lot of makeup. It can be green
Yeah.
brass, yellow brass, marine brass.
What's the
marine
melting
brass.
point? What's the melting
Yeah.
point of
Yeah.
the brass?
What is the
Are
alloy?
they rusty?
Oh, if they're rusty, it would indicate there's also iron mixed in this, and that's very important to know.
Is it speckled rust or is the whole thing rusty? Is it
Yeah.
uniform rust?
Is it a coating?
So do you all proceed towards Harlain now?
So, as Bonnie picks up the keys, she will look back at Belgrath. Her eyes will go black, and then she'll turn around and walk out the door.
Belgrass just making lots of friends.
It's just Belgrath and Talus left.
I'm going to do a quick scan around to make sure nobody left behind any of their spears, any of their daggers, any of their weapons, any pieces of armor. I'm just going to do the quick checking that everything has been picked up and leaving, and then I'll kind of shoot Belgrath out if he's not doing anything.
Yeah, you look around, and usually he doesn't do anything. So you look around, and everything's good. Everybody seems to have picked everything up.
Good.
All right. So, do you all proceed to Harlain?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So, you leave the cave, you return to the bridge, and you continue along the path towards Harlain. Yep.
Belgrath is going to put on his armor.
I was wondering if you were going to say that. Just explain what Talus would see.
So you'd see Belgrath put on almost a half suit of armor helmet, and then it from the helmet comes down his entire body and forms a full suit of armor around him, but human size form.
And it's full of red glowing runes. It's very dominating. He's over 6 feet tall.
That
And
is
it's large.
dope as fuck.
Well, no one in this place likes goblins, so I have to hide.
Yeah, I'll feel you there. I mean,
Yeah.
I like your goblin form. You went like bright red and everything. It was awesome. But
Oh, well, thank you.
you're welcome. But that armor that's real cool. I might have to. Do you mind if I have a bit of a look at that later? Just get some ideas.
I guess.
I promise I won't break it. Like,
Please don't. It was a gift from my father. My pa.
oh, then I probably don't want to touch it. I don't want to like accidentally break it. I'm a little bit clumsy still, and she kind of like indicates like the fingers.
And as soon as before we get too far too, as we're walking and stuff, Bonnie would point out the keys and tell everybody that she got the keys from the dead man's boyfriend.
Oh, I wonder what kind of metal makes this up.
Oh no. And that's what you discussed for the hour, 3.5 hours as you head to Harlain. We don't need to get into it. We just say that you discussed it, okay?
But what kind of rust is on there exactly?
This is what you're saying as you step into the city. So you continue on the path until you see ahead of you a walled city booming. It's not nearly as big as Angle Point. The city maybe only has a few thousand people living in it, while Angle Point had about like 100,000. It was huge. It was a large city. This one, not so much. You see tons of farmland taking up a lot of the area around, leading into small little hoveled homes that eventually become bigger and bigger until it is the bustling city of Harlain. There is a dark cloud off in the distance, slowly moving towards the town, but it is not quite there yet. And you arrive in Harlain. The city is buzzing. There's people walking all about doing their daily chores and business. You're all given some looks from them, as you are a weird set of individuals who are together, you know. In most places, it's very strange that Dragonborn and Turtles are together, talking peacefully, as they are known to be enemies of each other in the world. But more importantly, they see this strange little girl, this woman with skeletal arms, a mechanical cowboy, a Shing human far away from his home, and this large warrior in red glowing armor. But most of them pay you just little mind. They just sort of look at you and they go, probably you would conclude because Lord Casper Goldcrest is in town, and he is known to hire mercenaries and sell swords from all different backgrounds. So yeah, this is where you find yourselves. So ahead of you is a large mill that's turning. Water is being used to distribute around to all the different crops, leading down to the riverbed below that leads to a waterfall. Welcome to Harlain. What would you like to do?
Taylor's, do we go directly to Goldcrest?
That was my plan. I've got my thing to do, and I don't know if you were all supposed to go straight to him, but his lordship don't like waiting, so probably better we just go straight there. But if you need to stop for supplies or, I don't know, find a place to rest, entirely up to you, really.
We need to find the Boris Supremo. We were supposed to do the report at the brewery.
Do I happen to know a Boris?
You'd know that Boris is actually the innkeeper for Stone Mill Inn, which is this right here on the map. It is the Stone Mill Inn is the main hub for anybody entering the town. Yeah, you'd know Boris, but you'd also know that is where you're supposed to meet Lord Casper Goldcrest,
in a
who
pub.
has a special office in the Stone Mill Inn.
Okay, that makes way more sense.
I had to finish my
down
sentence.
to a pub. Yeah. Oh, yeah, then we're headed to the same place. We'll go to the inn here. Everything seems to be coalescing here, so.
Okay, this.
Yeah.
Do you know where the perch of ravens are?
I don't know, do I?
Yep.
There should be one in this town.
Every city in Umbra has a perch of ravens. It is run by priests of the Raven Queen, and they do all the funeral rites for anybody who dies. They're the ones who take care of the bodies. They have cemeteries set up. Every city has one. So yes, there is one in the city.
Yeah, of course I do. Why?
I need to go there.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Is that a thing we want to do after we speaking to Boris and his lordship, or something you want to do now? She looks very hesitant.
Well, there's a whole bunch of missing children here, and that's what's going to tell me where they are.
Oh, then we can go right now. Like, fuck his lordship, let's go. And I'll go
I have
with
a
Bonnie.
note from the last one saying to come here because of all the missing children.
From the last one, what?
The last perch. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well. What do you need? I'm going to be walking with Bonnie. I don't like. Taylor doesn't care if nobody else is going with them.
I just need to go to the perch. That's all. They should have all the information.
all the information from... Taylor looks uncomfortable again, but fuck it. She's going to go with.
All right, so Talus, you lead Bonnie. What's the rest of you doing? Are you just going to join? Or?
As those two go, Rasmus's just going to be like, hey, Talus, don't get beaten.
Don't get beaten by what?
Bonnie.
I wouldn't bang
Thank
her.
you. Thanks. Good to know. Fuck.
All right, and they disappear. What are the rest of you doing while you wait?
Can I use... Tyrannus is going to reach into his pocket and hold the Arc Stone. And it says here that I can make a nature check to learn when the next rainfall or thunderstorm will occur.
Yep.
Because I see that thunderstorm in the distance.
Yep.
So I want to see if I can... 18.
You take out the Arc Stone, and you'd notice that as you concentrate on it, it starts to vibrate. And you get this sense, this feeling, like you can feel the cool air against your scales from an incoming storm. And you gain the knowledge that a storm will occur tonight at exactly midnight.
As he's doing that, Rasmus's going to hover around him, looking at what he's doing.
Rasuan,
Yes.
do you see that storm in the distance?
The dark crowds.
I predict that there will be a storm here tonight at midnight.
Did you just find that out?
Yes.
That's so cool. That is so cool.
Is that the treasure we got from the chest?
No.
He's always had that. That's what... He had that back at the other town.
We should make sure we're indoors and safe at the time. I think it's going to be a very powerful storm.
Okay. Maybe we camp here for tonight. At the inn. The one that Taylor told us about.
Now that she's gone, maybe it's a good time to discuss you, Benjamin.
Whatever do you mean, sir?
I'm in trouble.
So, I'm a bounty hunter, and I procure goods for people that like to keep low profiles. So I can't tell you who exactly I work for, but I can tell you that I only take out targets that need to be taken out.
But do you not decide?
I make sure I know who it is I'm dealing with.
Oh,
And
okay. You know, in life, it never pays to kick a skunk.
these are nasty, nasty people. They sell people into slavery and all sorts of nasty business.
It's okay. Keep it simple. The more you say, the less that people remember.
So you're an assassin.
Yeah, I don't want to get into that.
I mean, Tyrannus, he has not done anything bad with us yet. So far, Bonnie's the one going through the dead bodies. But, like, we okay.
There's a lot of... You said yet.
Yeah,
That's a lot of unknowns.
everything unknown. Except for the thunderstorm.
And this dude here, who's just like harvesting grain, is like, what the fuck?
Thanthui's gonna walk up to that guy and ask him if he has any cards. Do you have any playing cards?
I'd rather not speak to you, please. I don't want to get messed up in Lord Goldcrest's work.
Hey, Thanthui. Sprinkle
Yeah?
some of your water on the crop.
that's a good idea. And Danthwy's going to take out his mace and whatever the smallest, I forget what it's called, a stream. He's going to unleash a stream of water.
Yeah, and when he
on the
does, crops get wet, and then suddenly they start growing rapidly. And this simple farmer loses his shit and runs away. He runs that way.
I was just trying to help.
It's okay.
Witchcraft!
It's okay.
And we're going to go to Bonnie and Talus. So, you arrive. I wasn't expecting you to go to the Perch of Ravens, David, but sure. So, you arrive at this large cathedral-like building. And I say large, it's large for this town. It's much smaller than the one that you saw at Angle Point, Bonnie. And it's completely made of black stone. It juts up, very gothic. And there's some stone stairs leading up to the door.
You don't have to come in if you don't want to. Sometimes it's very scary.
Tatus like kind of looks down at her hands and looks down at like the bit of the locket that she can see, and then looks back up and is like, "Nah, coming with you."
Okay. So she goes up and knocks on the door.
Okay. We'll just say that's it, sure.
Well, I don't have anything really to knock on properly.
No. I
don't need everything soft. Like.
I meant this building here.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
I guess we'll say that's it. It happens to be right next to the inn.
Oh, great.
You go and you knock, and about a minute passes, and then suddenly you hear unlock. And then the door slowly opens. There's a very elderly woman there with long white hair, and she has one white eye, and she's wearing her black and white robes. She opens it up slowly.
Can I help you?
Although I find myself in a strange place, she guides my path evermore.
It's you.
It is.
Yes, well, oh, come on in. There has been trouble.
She guides you inside.
Are you coming, or are you gonna stay out there?
All right. Yeah, she'll tentatively walk in.
All right, you walk inside. It's very dark and damp. This old woman shuts the door and then starts locking it.
You couldn't have come at a worse time.
Why,
But
what's going on?
who is she?
I'm Talus. I'm one of the
She's
sultanas.
a friend of mine.
Well, if you trust her, then I suppose we can talk freely. Whisper.
She turns and she goes over to a table where there's a dead body there, with its chest cut open and its organs are out on the table. Seems to be the body of a man. It
How
is
did
maybe
this one die?
late 50s.
Oh, that one. Too much mana bomb. He overdosed last week. But
Natural selection.
sure.
they did warn me about you. You are unlike the others, aren't you?
I'm just a little girl doing a job. So, and she'll go up to the counter and start pulling out her vials.
Yes, and you do the exchange, and she gives you gold. What is it that you brought this time?
Like troll pieces and pieces from the
tribute?
werewolves, but
Oh, okay.
pieces from the werewolf and blood from the werewolf and the werewolves and pieces from the troll.
Troll. Okay. And she gives you 2 gold and 50 silver.
You can do better than that.
This is no shop
This
to
is
be.
a troll.
I do not decide the prices. The Crucible does. You know this, Whisper. Now,
I'll let it go this
shall we
time.
discuss what's been going on in this town?
Yes, the missing children.
It's more than that, little girl. It has been happening for nearly 100 years now. Once a year, the storm comes. Any children in the area, they are drawn to it. They are drawn to her. And she starts licking her fingers as she goes through a tome that she slams down on the table.
Keep going. I'm listening.
It all began with a coven of hags within this area. In the forest, southeast of town, known as the Wretched Hollow. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, a bit.
Have I? History? History?
Sure. Yep.
Should Taylus do history as well?
No, Talus knows.
Okay. I rolled an 11.
Yeah, you don't know.
No, I've never heard of it.
Well, I have spent my life researching it. You see, many decades ago, my brother was one of those who was taken. We were both approached by an old woman. She seemed so friendly. She offered us candy, and she gave me a piece of candy, and when I finished eating it, I turned around and my brother was gone. That night, while everybody was out looking, and I went home, something dark took over me, and I ended up murdering my entire family.
That sounds rough.
Yes,
I mean, what happened to your
it was
brother?
pretty rough.
Did you ever find him?
No, we never found him. But I spent my life trying to figure out the secret. And although I wasn't expecting you to come here, I guess I can tell you. I believe I know the identity of this witch.
And then
How do you know the identity?
flips open the tome in front of you, and you'd see these old pages with depictions, drawings of this decrepit old witch, the way that she described it. I believe she was part of a coven of hags that ruled over the Wretched Hollow. Legends say that she betrayed her kin, killed them all, and in their deaths they cursed her and sent her to a different plane of existence. She flips the page and you'd see this now, witch turning into a youthful, beautiful figure with long black hair, a wretched face, strands of cloth all over its body. And Talus, you would recognize this image. It would startle you to see it.
I put one of my fingers on the image and I say, I don't care about your lore. I don't care about your history. If you've done any research, how the fuck do we kill this and get back everyone on the other side of the pool?
Do you know this woman?
Yeah. Do you remember me telling you the tale about my kid?
Yes.
That's the bitch, right there. And then I look up at the old lady. How do we kill her, and how do we get them back?
Her name is Strega. And one cannot simply kill her.
I'm not a simple woman, so that's fine.
Not.
And I'm not a simple girl.
I want to like high five Bonnie, just without looking.
We are tough.
She cannot be killed in the material plane. I believe that only by killing her body on the other side, in the realm she was banished to, can you truly kill her. Anything will do. Fire, a well-placed blade, but you should know that she has witchcraft, dark magic. She has also been ruling over the Wretched Hollow for hundreds of years. You should be wary.
How long is this portal stay open for?
1 night a year.
Do you think it will close when she's dead? Like, bam, it's closed.
I do not know how the storm is connected to her power, but it is. You must find a way. Perhaps if you follow her, perhaps if you lure her out. I do not know. I am no adventurer. I am nothing more than a simple old woman who murdered her family.
She closes the tome and then puts it back up on the shelf.
Why? What does she want? Why does she want kids? I don't get it.
It sounds like she takes their life so she can be younger.
Does that mean they're not going to be there when we cross over to the other side?
I met her. You would think it was that whisper, but I do not think so.
She looks at Talus with her one white eye. She's like,
I believe she just enjoys the taste of their flesh.
Well then.
So what time will this portal be opening?
The storm begins this evening. Nobody knows the exact time. But if you could figure it out, you would know the moment that she enters the realm, and perhaps you could get her before she steals any other children.
We could.
She looks over at Bonnie looks over at Tatus.
We could set up a trap for her.
We'd need to know
could
where.
be the bait.
Would there be like a typical... No, that's not a good question. Is there a place where this portal normally opens? Same place as it normally is, or what?
It seems to vary. It could happen any time over the course of the next 24 hours. We do not know exactly when. And the exact spot would be even harder to find. You could try to separate and try to cover more ground, and perhaps you could catch her when she arrives.
But if we find the children around here, then maybe if they're affected and they have to head toward there, we can follow them and figure out where it is.
Perhaps. But either way, I have given you all that I can. I have work to do. You should leave.
All right. And what's your name?
I don't have a name.
Well, I'll call you Martha. Bye.
Please don't call me that.
Bye, Martha.
Please don't. Bye.
you both leave?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. And when you do, you
Is
all
this the
meet
way,
up.
or do we go to the inn here?
We should
Well,
probably.
it looks like somebody's coming to us anyways.
And as you all meet just in front of the Stone Mill Inn.
Hey guys.
Hey, Bunny.
Everyone else is quiet.
Did you figure out everything you needed there at the Perch Ravens?
Yep. Children go missing whenever a storm comes in. A witch kills them and eats them. And it's happening tonight, and it happens once a year.
Oh, we know the storm is happening at the midnight.
Got any cleaner wear?
Oh, and they live in the forest of the Wretched Hollow. Does anyone know where that is?
No.
No idea.
Oh.
Would Ben be familiar with the area at all?
No. Not at all. Sorry.
Or the shot?
You'd never been here. None of you have been to Harlain before except for Talus.
Should we go report in at the inn and then go figure out?
Yeah, wait a minute. You said the storm was at midnight. How do you know that?
Tyrannus, tell us.
How do you know?
I just have a way of knowing these things.
Do you happen to have a way of knowing where? Like, not just like general area sort of thing, more like, you know, the first real drop of rain's gonna be here, flash of lightning over there, fork of thunder, you know, earthquakes and lightning, anything, mate. Anything a bit more specific than that?
I'm sure I could try to figure out where the eye of the storm would be.
Yeah, that. She kind of points at him.
Nature?
Sure. At disadvantage, you're standing in the middle of the city right now.
Alright.
Maybe,
Alright.
the rest one's
no.
still gonna kind of and be
With a
like,
6, Tyrannus, no, you can't. Like you're holding up. You'd see Tyrannus take out this this rock, this stone that's crystalline. It seems to glow a light blue inside, and it vibrates in your hand, Tyrannus, but you can't tell where it would be in this area at all.
All I know is that it's going to be over the city. It's coming this way, right? So I know that much?
You know it's going to be in the area.
Okay. All I know is that it's going to be in the area.
what if we?
Perhaps when it gets closer, I'll be able to ascertain more.
Yeah. What if we try again later? Not when we're standing like right next to this building.
Maybe he can tell if we go to the Wretched Hollow.
Perhaps.
Would I know where the Wretched Hollow is or more about it?
Yes,
You
you
already
would.
said you know where it is.
I know,
Yeah.
but I forgot if I know exactly where it was.
You do know exactly where it is. It is southeast of the city, so you know exactly where it is. And
Look,
you know exactly where your son was taken as well.
Why don't we go talk to Boris, go talk to his lordship, because his lordship said he had something that might help. And then I'll take you to the Wretched Hollow.
Okay.
There's 2 guards standing at the door.
We should probably rest a little bit too.
What's your business?
Yes. Speaking to his lordship.
Name?
Talus, Lightburner,
I'm
and Daffodil.
Bonnie.
They look at the little girl, then look at each other. Alright. Come on in. They open up the door. And you're all out inside. So as you enter, you'd notice that this place is heavily guarded. You'd notice as soon as you walk in, there's 2 more guards at each side of the room. The 2 guards who are outside, you see 2 more guards up the hallway to your right. The guard that's here sort of what the hell? Oh, selection tool. Okay. The guard that's here sort of guides you up to go this way. He points towards the door that's over here.
Lord Goldcrest is in there.
What about the person named Boris?
Boris is dead.
Whoa.
He overdosed on mana bomb.
That was the body in the other.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got it, Bonnie. Yeah. Grace.
You will speak directly with his lordship.
Oh, okay, I guess. Taylor, do you want to go first? You.
Yeah, considering she kind of looks at you all and looks at Xanthwy and is like, yeah, I guess I gotta sweeten the blow, I guess. So who's in charge of the inn now then? Now that Boris is gone, can we still use it as an inn? Because kind of need
still
a bit of
hiring.
kick.
You know, got some prospects, but I hadn't found anybody yet.
Just reviewing the resumes.
Just reviewing the resumes, calling the references.
Yeah,
you know,
LinkedIn was like super busy with it. Okay. Yep, I'll go in and let's go. This one here.
Yep. So as you enter into this office, before you enter, the guard walks up and he knocks. And then the door unlocks and opens. Inside you see an immaculate office. Fine, comfy chairs, bookshelves full of tomes and grimoires. There's paintings on the walls of different Goldcrest lords and ladies. There's a roaring fireplace, and again, this room is just full of guards. You can all enter. Ben and Belgrath, are you two not coming in?
I'm just following.
At the end of the room, you see a large desk, and sitting at that desk is a fat, burly man with a big black beard. All of the guards here and this man are all wearing black obsidian armor with inlined with gold threads, and the symbol of House Goldcrest, which is the axe and the sword, over underneath a bag of gold upon their chest plates. So, Talus, you recognize this as Lord Casper Goldcrest sitting at the desk. There's two individuals. They look like simple farmers standing in front of him here. One is an older man, looks like he's in his early 50s, and one of them looks like a teenage boy, maybe late teens. And there's a guard behind each of them. You just hear, "I'm sorry, Lord. I swear I'll pay the taxes soon. I swear it." Lord Goldcrest looks at the farmer firmly. "Didn't I bring you here because of your taxes? I brought you here because of your joining with those rebellious folks." "I swear, sir. I swear. I only gave them grain. I didn't. He says, "Enough. Treachery I could live with. Losing money, I can't." The farmer's face goes pale as he looks over at his young son to the right. And then Lord Goldcrest looks at him. "You have another son, don't you?" "Aye, sir, I do." "How old is he?" "He's about six. "Aye. When he's of age, the debt will move to him, and he will settle it then." Now, there's sort of silence. Lord Goldcrest sort of nods at both of these guards. "A father shouldn't have to watch his son die." Suddenly, the guard behind the old farmer stabs the farmer in the back of the head. "Father," says the young boy, who is then stabbed in the back of his head. The guards drag the bodies away.
Bonnie clenches her fists. And starts to step
I
forward.
put like a very gentle hand on her shoulder. Not right now. Bigger picture, Bonnie.
He just killed them.
I know. But we can deal with him after.
Light burner.
All right, clean up this mess. Clean up this mess. And the two guards sort of grab rags and start like sweeping, sort of cleaning up some of the blood that's left on the ground.
Light
Got something
burner.
for me.
Aye. It's been some time.
Here.
Come here. Let's see who you brought.
These are, So wait, I'm just checking Boris is... He's like totally dead, right?
Aye. He died of mana bomb, the poor fool.
I look back at the others and kind of give them a very stern stare, and then look back at Boris. Look back at the boss. And well, more's a pity, I guess. You said you've got something to help us do what needs to be done, and these brave companions of mine, I'd rather go into battle with these at my side.
He leans back, his wooden chair creaks.
And who are they?
We are the Six.
The Six? The ones who are to bring me a shipment, then?
Taylor just rolls her eyes at them like, you idiots.
Do you not think that I don't know what's coming in and out of my towns? Not a single gold coin changes hands in Care Brad without me knowing about it. So, where's the goods? Six. Come on!
They're broken.
It broke.
Taylor hangs her head.
Broken.
Werewolves attacked us. It fell off the thing and broke.
Oh, I do empathize with you. Yes, those roads are quite hard.
Body steps up.
But I'm sure then that you have the 100 gold pieces to replace my goods.
I'm
Come
9.
on.
I don't have anything.
Pardon me.
Sure gives the guards a look.
So, who is it that has the paperwork?
I think I do.
Well then,
We definitely don't have the
We-
gold. We did this job to get gold.
so it sounds like you owe me a debt.
We are here. We didn't run away. We are here to hopefully work to repay some of that.
I see. Taylor,
Aye.
Anthony made you a cup too. He tried to replace it. He made a cup. Just for you.
Thanthui is going to walk over to the table
I'm
and
gonna
take out
stand next to him.
his clay cup and put it on the table.
I tried to make you a replacement.
Lord Goldcrest looks down at the clay mug and then looks up at Talus.
this is who you want to work with. Tell me, Taylor, why the fuck would I put this important mission in the hands of these fools?
Because it's the high chance that we're not making it back from this.
True.
And what would you rather send? People who are useful in the long run, or people you've deemed as fools?
Roll a
I fought with them.
persuasion check.
Oh God, no! I'm not good at this. I'm so sorry if I kill you guys.
Thanthui's gonna back up. Go back to the couch.
Rassilon's gonna speak up and be like, I mean, if you kill us, we are useless. But if
Cody's
we try to do something for you...
Oh my God, it's a 19!
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess Rasuan gave you that little bit of inspiration.
Thank you.
Cody's coming back in now.
Cool.
He sort of looks at you, and then he looks down at the clay mug. And then he picks up the clay mug. And he seems to be reminiscing about something.
She used to make me things like this. If you,
You did.
my little girl.
What happened to her?
Well, like Talus, my child was also taken by the witch.
Is that why you're so mean?
You watch your tone, little one.
She's not wrong, though, mate. Grief does weird shit to us all.
I'm just asking.
You keep strange
You
company,
always mean, or
Talus.
is it just because she died?
You keep interrupting me.
He just sort of puts the mug down.
Well, Talus, I trust you. You and I are the only ones in this room who know the pain of losing a child. And he looks
Some
to
of
the
us.
six. It was 27 years ago. I just kept my eyes off of her for just a second. She was my world. She was my little sparrow. And she was taken from me. Every year I come here, every year I send fools like you in there to stop it, to get my little girl back. I would have burned the fucking forest to the ground by now. If there wasn't maybe a chance that she was still in there. So, how is this gonna be any different? What's your plan, huh?
Well, we know that there's a storm coming, and we know that it happens for one night a year, and, you know, and we know what she does.
I'm guessing you've spoken to the priestess of the Raven Queen. Yes, she is also...
Yes, Martha.
Priestesses of the Raven Queen do not have names. They give it up
I call
when
her
they...
Martha anyways.
He sort of gets up from his chair, walks over to this side of the room, and he grabs a tome off the wall. It's very similar to the one that Martha had in the Perch of Ravens.
Everything you said is true. And I have a plan for you to get close.
And he snaps his fingers, and the guards bring in a small child. And you would all recognize this as the young boy you saved from the blacksmith in Angle Point.
This is William's boy. I believe you've met him before, Six.
Hi.
The boy is willing to sacrifice himself for the good of his kingdom, aren't you, child?
And he's like, yes.
Bring him out to the forest. I'm sure the witch will have good times with him.
Oi. No.
Excuse
Bonnie
me.
is of age. Bonnie could do the same. You are not killing or sacrificing someone else's sparrow. Do you understand? Otherwise, you and I will end this right here.
So, Bonnie looks around and goes, "It works on all children?"
Give or take.
He's ignoring you and he's just staring at Talus, her words cutting him deeply like a knife.
So, perhaps we're at an impasse then.
The boy will keep for another year if we fail. Not while I'm alive will I ever see you do that again.
So, he looks to Bonnie. You're willing to sacrifice yourself for the good of your kingdom.
Yeah, we're willing to sacrifice that too.
Nobody would get to me.
So be it. I'll save the Williams boy for next year, after you're all dead.
He snaps his fingers. The little boy walks past you all.
Bye.
Bye, Thanthui. He leaves. He walks right up to Talus.
You better come back with the results. Or so help me, you better not come back at all.
Do you really think I'd come back if I didn't come back with him?
He just goes to sit in his chair and he slows down, gives you a look.
I suppose not.
Anything else useful you've got to give me?
He slaps a map down on the table.
We believe this is where she will emerge from the storm.
Well, it's a map of the Wretched Hollow. And you'd notice, Talus, when you look at the map, it's pretty much the same area that your boy was taken.
But with like a little specific X.
Yep.
Alright. As we suspected then.
We followed the patterns, and it seems that every year it shifts between 3 different locations. This time, it's back to where it was when your boy was taken.
So Ben will just kind of... So, say we do kill this witch, make it back safely, and what exactly is in it for us, the 6?
I suppose if you are able to bring me back closure of my sweet sparrow's fate, then I will absolve your debt and consider it settled.
Sounds good to me. That's all I was looking for. We're probably going to die anyway.
And I sent you a message quickly.
I'm not going to answer you. I'm not going to answer that question. I'm not going to tell you.
Well, Bonnie asked earlier, like, would it work? Does it work on all children?
Does what work on all children?
The witch's spell.
All children, yes. As far as we know, unless you're implying that you are not a child.
No, I'm saying, does it work on every child or just specific children?
The hag can corrupt children to go home and murder their families, but it only does that when it's full. After satiating its hunger for children. But I have never met a child who was not susceptible to the call.
Okay. I was just gonna say that if it only works on specific children, maybe we should bring the boy, and I'll protect him, and we'll be in there together.
Pretty sure you'll.
Why wouldn't we just use you, Bonnie?
But if it doesn't work, though,
Why wouldn't it work?
Bonnie.
Yes, why wouldn't it work?
maybe I'm too strong of a child, and that child is weak.
Or you'll just feed it for a really bloody long time.
I guess that's true.
You're like an all-you-can-eat buffet of. Well, you. And she's trying not to mention the whole demon thing that she's clearly seen in front of the Lord, who is an asshole.
I think we are good for now. We should go and get ready
Yeah.
I agree.
before Bonnie says something childlike.
You only have a few hours. That storm is likely to reach us soon.
It's gonna hit us at midnight.
Yeah, what time is it? Would we know?
Yeah, at this time, I mean, with you guys left in the morning, it was about a 6-hour walk there. If you left at like 8, but then you fought the trolls, let's just say it's about 4 or 5 p.m. So you have about 7 hours, but you still have to get to the Wretched Hollow, which is about an hour walk.
Do we have time to do that whole long rest thing?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
So you could camp out in the Wretched Hollow while you wait. Yep.
So, 6. Talus. Go.
And Bonnie.
And do not return. Unless you find out what happened to my daughter.
The guards sort of shove you along, Talus.
That's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
I think we got everything we need here. Ben will just kind of start heading out. Don't want to dawdle.
As my she goes,
This'll be fun.
One guard looks at you like, what the fuck?
and then as she passes them, her eyes go black, and then she continues walking.
Lord Goldcrest! I'm just kidding, it's okay. Alright. He's just creeped out by you. We're not making a clusterfuck right now. Roll initiative! Fight against every guard in this building.
Well done.
Alright, so you're outside the inn now. You're not around prying ears.
Anyone need supplies?
I could use a
we should
resupply.
rest for sure.
It'll probably better if we just wait at the hollow. So we should get what we need and go.
I agree with that.
I am good. I don't need anything.
So, you all travel. As you are leaving through the gates of Harlain, you hear the weeping of a woman on a hill about 20 feet far to your left as you're exiting, where several men are standing on wooden platforms, ropes around their necks, attached to a gnarled tree that's just hanging there as the sun is in the distance. Guards stand at the ready, and you see that Martha, the black-robed priestess of the Raven Queen, is there reading them their last rites. And in an instant, you suddenly hear the pull of a lever, and the bodies crunch as they're all hung. And you just hear in the distance the wailing cries of the woman, and you hear the words, "Traitors to House Goldcrest. Rebels will be eliminated." And you eventually
What do they
make
mean
it.
by the rebels?
So, you know how much Lord Goldcrest is a complete dick? Well, There are a lot of people who openly say that and try and kick the shit out of him and his system, but he wields a much bigger boot than they do. Let's put it like that.
We could get him.
Oh, I want to get the biggest, pointiest, sharpest boot known to man, but one problem at a time.
So, after this, we could get him.
You could, Bonnie, but I'm going home.
You all finally reach the Wretched Hollow, and ahead of you, Talus, you see the same path that you remember walking before, only before you had your child with you. You pass by a small little hot spring that's boiling with fresh water. That's a warm water, so you could take a bath there if you wanted to. It's very tranquil, this place. For being called the Wretched Hollow, it's actually quite peaceful. There's a lot of trees knocked over in this area, though, from previous storms from previous years that are just overgrown with foliage and greenery. But Talus, you know exactly where to go. You hop over this branch right here, and you see ahead of you a small little alcove. It's only as big as you can see here. Like, this is the wall. It's just a small little cave with a bit of foliage over it, and a cold, dead campfire. And when you look back this way, Talus, this is the spot where it happened. This is the spot where your world was ripped away from you.
Well,
so yeah,
if we want to set up an ambush.
Tyrannus,
Yes.
do you think you can use the stone to make sure that this is at the place? Now that we are in the outside closer?
Yeah, sure. I don't see why not.
I point to where I think it should roughly be. Like, if it helps, it should be roughly. If it's not, he's fucked us.
Tyler's
Okay, I'm gonna
How
go
would
over
you
to where
think
you.
it would be here?
First
I'm
hand
gonna go over to
experience.
where she thinks it is, and I'm gonna try and. Do I have advantage now on the roll?
Yes, you do.
Yay!
We're talking about 2 nat ones, I'm gonna cry.
Oh, wow.
17.
But it wasn't that one. Yeah, so with the 17, much better than your nat one. Tyrannus, you notice that the stone vibrates even more here. And you feel it, you close your eyes, you feel the dampness of the storm, and you know that this area, pretty much within 30, 40 feet of you somewhere, is going to be the epicenter of the storm. Like, this is where the storm's going to, like, originate.
This is definitely the place. The eye of the storm.
Thanthui jumps into the hot spring and just bathes.
Yay!
Well, if y'all want to make camp and rest, I'll take the first watch.
Okay. Rasmus's gonna start setting up some things. Maybe go light the fire.
I don't really need any. Like, I'm still at max health and everything, so I'm good.
I would
Has
like...
anyone seen about
Green relaxing in the spring.
What was that, Cody?
Both Belgrath is going to join Thanthui in the spring and relax.
Yeah, Belgrath and Thanthui are in the hot spring, having a nice little bubble
Belgrath and Thanthui sitting in the spring.
in the hot tub.
Talus,
Here.
when we go to wherever we are going, are we focused on what is our goal?
Well,
are we gonna try to find the children?
Use me as bait, kill the witch.
What
we
if
don't
that-
know if killing her means that the portal is going to close instantly.
Yeah.
And if it does, it means everyone is trapped on that side.
But
Nobody
what if
wants
they're
that.
already dead?
Well, then we beat the shit out of her, and then you guys jump through and I kill her. Simple. But if the kids are alive, any of them, Caden or not, we get them out.
Yeah, I think that is the best idea. That's what I was trying to get at.
Don't worry, I'll figure it out when she brings me in there.
Yeah. The portal should be open for a bit. We'll be able to jump through. I just warn you, and she kind of like raises her arms like this was the result of trying to do that last time. And so, just be careful, alright?
What do you mean last time?
Well, Caden, I wouldn't let him go. No matter how hard she pulled, no matter how she tugged. And she burnt my arms off because it's the only way to get him out. So I went and built new ones, and I'm gonna go get him. Or I'm gonna, punch her heart out, one of the two. Both, preferably.
We are gonna go get him. We are here to help you.
Bonnie puts her hand on Tatus's shoulder. We'll figure it out.
Can Bonnie
Exactly.
reach?
Well, I would assume she's kneeled down or something. I don't know.
Maybe
Or
you're up on this piece of
wherever.
wood.
I'm sitting on the wood. I'm looking sadly at the spot. Does that help?
Bonnie extends her arm very long. No.
So we'll give you all a long rest.
Because I super want my rage back.
Yep. So what would you all like to do during your long rest?
I just want to kind of try and examine the werewolf blood again and see if I can learn as much as I can about it.
Okay, do a medicine check.
18.
So Ben, you set up your little work table. It unfolds. You look at it. You mix a little bit of the blood with different substances. You'd see that it's reacting exactly like human blood, and you'd realize that as long as it remains as human blood, you can't really do anything with it. So perhaps there would be... Roll an intelligence check.
13.
Perhaps there is some sort of substance that you could maybe find, that you could mix with it, that would activate it and make it lichen blood again. But it seems that something's not happening to make it lichen blood.
So can I attempt to determine whether or not I need a full moon? Or if it's...
You can't. That's what the 13 was for. Unfortunately, you can't really figure that out.
So I can suspect.
You suspect maybe full moon, maybe there's something else.
Alchemist.
Yeah, some sort of alchemy you can do. But you're getting closer.
All right. That's all I need. And then that's all I'm doing. Checking out with this blood.
What's Tyrannus doing? And just to let you know, the skies are starting to turn dark from a dark storm cloud that's brewing in, and you do hear distant thunder.
So what is it, like roughly 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock?
Yeah.
Tyrannus is going to be praying to the Tempest with his holy symbol.
Okay, roll a religion check with advantage.
18.
Tyrannus, as you pray to the Tempest and you close your eyes and you feel his power around you, you'd know that this storm that's coming is his power. But it has been manipulated. It's been corrupted. It's sour.
Okay.
Is that, let's see, so Rasuan, what are you doing?
Nothing much.
Just sitting around the fire that you made?
Just inspecting the weapons, making sure everything's ready, the
Yeah.
usual stuff.
So you're just sitting there and you're just sharpening your blade, you're sharpening your your javelin of lightning and all of your different weapons.
That's a hell of a find, that fucking javelin.
Yeah.
You gotta keep that forever, man.
Bonnie,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Bonnie would inspect or investigate the scarf and the ring.
Do you want to
Just kinda
spend your
look at
whole
them
long
and-
rest concentrating on that?
Yeah.
You can pick one.
The scarf.
The scarf?
I don't know, the ring seems very magical. No, the ring. The ring.
Is that your final answer?
No. I don't know. Screw it, the scarf. Just do the scarf.
God. 1 second. All right, this is what you. There. This is what you find out about the scarf. Belgrath, what are you doing?
You probably get out of the hot spring and go to the fire and just sit there and relax. And you would have had that femur that he got from the cave,
Yeah.
and he'd be inspecting it to see if he could maybe use it as a throwing weapon, maybe.
Yeah. Sure, absolutely. You could use it. It's an improvised weapon. I'll give it the stats of let's say you sharpen it, and just for fun, I'll give the stats of a javelin.
Of a javelin, okay.
Yeah. So it's like
Awesome.
a bony javelin.
It's a pretty awesome scarf, David.
It's saying page not found, so I have to find it.
I can quickly, you have advantage on stealth, nature checks, your climbing is equal to your walking speed, and this is all in while in foresty terrain. It's pretty fucking awesome. So you have advantage on stealth, nature checks, you can climb as fast as you can walk, you can move across trees like nothing.
You can also use blur.
Yeah. Summoning a gust of leaves to obscure you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's almost like I made it for Rasuan, but I guess it's for Bonnie now.
Thanthui's going to be floating around in his shell in the hot springs, and he's going to be looking through cards inside his shell.
Yeah, his trading cards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering? Or?
We have a in-game trading card game called the Unfaded Card Collection, and it's we actually have a few of the cards made, but
That's amazing.
it's all based on characters from Campaign 1. So Thanthui is a collector of them. All right, so, and Talus, what are you doing?
I think Talus is going to probably take her arms apart and refurbish them with some of the troll bones that she has.
Yep.
Just do them bit by bit. It's almost very ritualistic, almost like cleaning a gun, just taking it apart,
Yeah.
putting it back together, except that she's re-oiling some stuff, replacing bits out with the troll bone or whatever else that she's picked up on the journey to get here so far. So it's kind of very quiet meditation for her.
Okay.
The way to remind herself what she's doing.
And the hours pass until eventually you reach about 11 p.m. It is extremely dark now. You'd hear the thunder and you'd see flashes of lightning, and as the storm is now encroaching and going all around the Wretched Hollow. The forest is extremely dark now, and the buzzing of insects seems to cease. What do you guys do to prepare?
Should we prepare an ambush?
Is she going to pop out, or do we have to go in?
I think she comes out to get me.
Then do we want to hide around? Leave
I'll just
Bonnie
sit on
in.
this log.
Okay. I will go climb a tree.
Okay, acrobatics check. Or athletics. I'll let you pick.
13.
Yeah, you can climb up the tree.
I climb up the
Rasuan
tree.
climbs up the tree. Okay. Yep. Everybody just tell me what you're doing.
Tyrannus is gonna hide in some foliage, maybe behind some stones over here.
Okay, yep.
And Thanthui's gonna hop in the spring and just kind of like peer out, like just his eyes above water.
Yep.
Balgrath is going to hop in a bush.
Okay, and disappear for an episode and a half.
Just not come back.
Yeah.
We'll find him in the next box.
Yeah.
Ben's gonna look up at Rasuan and be like, "Hey, that's a good idea, man." And then he's gonna try to climb up this tree.
Oh gosh. Acrobatics check, Ben. You're freaking
Metal leg and all.
Yeah.
15.
You're just able to do it, man. You're not comfortable. You're out of breath by the time you get up there, though. And the leaves are just falling. The whole thing's just shaking, and then you're finally up there, comfortable.
Rasuan, come back down here for a second.
Okay. I guess.
Stay up there.
Buddy, what do you want?
She'll take off the scarf and give it to him.
Oh, and he'll see that she has the scarf handed out. He'll climb down.
This will probably work better for you. I like Susie around my neck instead.
Oh, okay. Thank you. This okay. I don't know what this does, but I guess I wear it.
Oh, yeah, it lets you do lots of things.
Can he use it or no? If I've
It's
already-
into it, right?
He can use it. He knows what it is.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll allow
He'll
it.
put it on, and he'll feel like all of a sudden he can, kind of move a little bit more nimbly.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's gonna make his way back up the tree.
Yeah, just to let you
But,
know,
like-
the scarf, when you put it on, you wrap it around your mouth, and it never just sits down. It sort of floats behind you. The two pieces of fabric of the scarf sort of float softly behind you, so they don't make a sound and don't brush up against anything.
I feel like I can move up trees easy.
And you do, yes. Yeah,
And right back up he goes.
yeah.
And then Bonnie will use the Rite of Dawn on her blade quickly.
Okay. And where do you go, Bonnie?
Oh, she just sits on the log.
Okay. Talus, were you hiding?
Kind of super close to Bonnie so that I can...
Okay, so you're gonna hide behind the log that Bonnie's in
Yeah.
front of. You're up here in the tree, you're up here in a bush, and you're up here in a tree, and you're hiding behind a bush, and you're hiding in... Okay, everybody please roll a collective stealth check.
Fuck.
I don't have to, do I? I'm purposely right in the
Well,
No,
yeah.
you don't have to.
Okay.
You're the bait.
Well, I'm at disadvantage.
nat
So super
20.
sorry.
And Rasuan gets an advantage on it.
Thanthui got an 11. Tyrannus got a nat 20.
Rasuan, luckily you have that advantage. Jesus.
I got a dirty 20.
And then a nat 1,
And then a
but
nat 1.
you get the dirty 20.
I got a 6, but it wasn't a nat one.
Oh boy.
Are we all rolling with advantage or just?
No, Volonda, didn't you roll 16?
I rolled at disadvantage because I
Oh,
have disadvantage
right.
because of my armor. Yeah.
Okay.
But it just wouldn't roll at disadvantage. Like, all right, whatever.
So,
Just roll it twice.
I rolled a 7.
the storm slowly moves in. The rain starts pattering down slowly until eventually it's strong, torrential. the trees start swaying back and forth. The leaves start falling. You hear the thunder and lightning strong, loud in the air above you. And the swaying, suddenly, Ben, you just fall. You fall off the tree from the swaying.
Well, shouldn't I get to do like an acrobatics or athletics check to see if I can
dex
grip the tree?
No, I'll let you do a dex save for falling. Your
All right.
Your stealth is horrible. Then see if you take any damage or if you can fall nicely.
Dex rate. 15 for dexterity.
15. Okay. So as you're falling, you are able to grab onto a branch to catch your fall a little bit before crashing down to the ground, so you don't take any damage.
And then I'll just kind of like roll,
You're
like tuck and
exposed.
roll into a bush.
Yeah.
As I'm landing.
You maybe tuck and roll back here. Okay. All right. So Tyrannus, with your nat 20, I'm gonna say that anybody else that may like. May do something to sort of expose all of you, you're going to use your powers over lightning to just sort of disguise them by like making sure that like it sounds like thunder when they hit like a bush the wrong way, or like you make sure that you're gonna just make sure that everybody else is good. Because
Like there's a flash of lightning that like kind of momentarily blinds everyone.
Yeah.
So they can run across.
yeah, exactly.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
So, a few minutes pass. Bonnie, you're standing there seemingly alone in the middle of the forest. What are you doing while you're there?
I'm playing with Susie, and there's the Rite of Dawn allows light in 20-foot radius.
Oh, okay, so you're just like beaming with light?
So if it's dark, yeah.
From your sword?
Yeah.
Okay. And are you just sitting, and you're sitting there playing with Bonnie? Okay, what does it sound like?
Susie.
Susie, sorry.
It's like, oh, Susie, you're my bestest friend. You and Thantwi, of course, but you are my bestest best friend ever.
Suddenly, perception check, Bonnie.
Oh, great. It's going to be horrible. My perception's horrible. Oh, 19.
Ooh.
It was a natural 20, but it's a -1. So.
Natural 20. Bonnie, you hear a sound from here. You hear something walking, footsteps.
She'll turn.
And then you hear. And then emerging from the tree line, you'd see what looks like an old woman.
That's a nice token.
Thank you.
So cute.
Decrepit old woman. She has a small little body, and she has a shawl over her head. She just slowly walks forward.
Hello. Are you lost, little girl?
I lost my mommy in here. I can't find her anywhere.
How tragic.
I know. Do you know where she might be?
No, I do. Yes. I could bring you to your mommy.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
She slowly walks forward. Lightning strikes, and you just see when it strikes, her silhouette is that of the old woman, but you see within the old woman almost like a shadowy, skinnier, younger figure.
I see this?
Yes.
Okay.
And then she's like,
I can bring you to your mother. Don't you worry.
Oh,
Can
you know
Thantwi
Go on.
can Thantwi cast a spell?
yeah, you're Thantwi right now.
And Tyrannus is gonna like lightning to like cover up any
Sure. Allow that
Visual,
one
yeah.
time.
Cool.
Nice. So, Thanthui's gonna cast Sanctuary on Bonnie.
I was gonna literally do the same and use exactly the same excuse.
Okay, nice. And yeah, Thanthui just kind of lifts his mace up a little bit out of the water and like casts it from his mace.
Yep.
And the spell's in the description.
Yeah,
there.
but you got to read it out loud.
Okay. Bonnie, you are warded against attacks. So until the spell ends, any creature who targets you has to do a wisdom saving throw. And on a failed save, they either have to choose a new target or the attack fails.
Nice.
I got a 9.
And she just sort of looks down at you now, and then she says, "Would you like some candy?" And her hands tremble as she takes out a small little bag. Oh, come now. Every
My mom always
child
told me not to
likes
take candy from strangers.
Oh, you want some candy? This is delicious. It will help us get you to your mother quicker.
Oh, okay. So she'll take it, but she'll remember what the, what Margaret said, and she'll just like kind of, put it up like near her mouth, and then just kind of drop it, but not let her see it.
Okay, do a sleight of hand check.
Oh, it would have been 11. I don't have advantage on it.
It would be an 11. She just sort of watches it. She doesn't let you cue in whether or not she notices. And then she just moves her hand slowly towards you and just touches your bangs and moves them to the side to look at you closer.
How do you know what my mommy looks like?
And her face sort of stops for a sec.
You.
What are you?
All right, Rage, I'm going over. I'm stabbing her in the face.
Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
Bonnie pulls out
I
her
just go
blade.
straight over the fucking thing. Like, nope.
Okay, go ahead.
All right,
Surprise round. Go ahead, guys.
we rock. So attacking from.
Starting with Talus.
So do we get advantage because we're attacking from stealth slashing advantage? I don't really know.
Well, I'll give you advantage here for sure. She doesn't see you coming.
Sweet. Did that work? 13.
13.
Wow, this is bad.
That misses. So,
God damn
what happens is, Talus, what was the attack with your rapier? So,
yeah.
Talus leaps over behind you. You leap beside it. She sort of turns to you. You go to attack with your rapier. You see her. She just raises her hands up like this and grabs your blade. And you're just struggling as she's holding it. And then she just moves it to the side and looks at you. The lightning flashes, and during the flash, you see that familiar face as she slowly starts losing the guise of this old woman, and she just sort of stares at you. Says,
Bonnie then slices.
I remember you.
Slice, go ahead.
24 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so she does 8 piercing damage plus her radiant damage. Come on, Papa. And plus 4 damage. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, so you...
But the 4 is radiant damage.
You stab at her, Bonnie, in the arm. She sort of tosses the rapier away, turns towards you and goes, ah, and then pulls back. And you would see 6 hands come out from behind her back, dark clawed hands. And she just sort of roars at you like,
Tyrannus is going to go up behind, about here, and then he's going to cast Lightning Lure. And I guess it's, you're making a
strength save?
Strength save,
okay.
yeah. So you failed to save.
I rolled a 12.
So basically Tyrannus like holds his arm up and lightning like strikes him, and he creates this like whip out of it and casts the whip at the hag, and it wraps around her, and then I pull her back 10 feet toward me.
Yeah, suddenly this lightning whip wraps around her. She goes, and then is pulled back towards you 10 feet. Yep, boom.
And then she takes a massive 2 damage.
Wow. You notice that when she's pulled back to you, Tyrannus, and as you're looking, if you can imagine, at the back of her head and the back of her body, suddenly it's like her body inverts, and now she's looking directly at you. Like her body just like inverts, and now she's at you, and she's like, who the fuck are you?
Balgrath will, since it's just a surprise and no bonus action, he'll just run up and try to hit her with the club.
Okay, go ahead. Let's solve it.
Wait, did she move away from us?
He pulled her back.
Oh, wait, no, mind. Yeah.
He pulled her back with a lightning whip.
15 to hit.
That misses.
Right.
You attempt to swing at her, Balgrath, and you miss. Just the lightning and the water getting in your eyes. You miss. She just like scratches against your large femur bone with her clawed hand. Next.
Thanthui from the pool he's in. He's gonna stand up out of the pool, and he's gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So yeah, he holds out his mace, and a flash of radiant light soars toward her.
Yeah, she just sort of sees this light just like zigzag through the forest till eventually it blasts her, and she's just like and sort of quivers and shakes at the light on her face. Ben,
I'll just kind of pop up and do a quick little shot or two.
yeah, go ahead.
Will you allow me to do the 2 shots or just one before I roll it? Like a quick pop or quick pop?
Quick pop.
All right. It's 10.
Yeah, you attempt to shoot and you miss. I'll give you another pop. I feel bad.
I don't really care. That's a 23.
That one hits.
It's 15 piercing.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of damage. Wow. So the
Pop.
So she's just like and just blinded, sort of, and then one bullet goes flying next to her. She's like, and then looks at you, and then you shoot her again and hits her right in the chest, and she just sort of falls back to the ground, onto the ground, and goes, ah! Suddenly, the 6 arms on her back snap back, and like a spider walking on her back, she starts skittering away. What do you do?
Run after her.
So she starts skittering up the forest, the lightning's still striking, the rain's falling down. You notice, Talus, a small little void, lightning starts striking, and then a portal starts to open. You'd know she's about to escape.
I would like to run and jump, not so that I push her into the portal, because she's clearly going there anyway, so that I can kind of like dive through the portal at about the same time. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to shove her into the portal. I have no strength, so...
Yeah.
But I have got speed.
So she just like, with her arms cracked back and skittering across the ground, she runs into the portal and disappears. It starts to slowly close. Talus, you run up and you leap in.
Yep.
You leap in.
Bonnie jumps in as well.
YOLO.
Yeah, I'm running for it.
Assuming we all go for it, pretty much.
Yeah.
You all go
So I'm
for
just
it.
gonna jump tree for tree and then like
Yeah, and then leaps into it, and then it closes behind you all. And that's where we're going to end this episode.
Well, fuck.
I want to thank everybody for listening to this episode of The Stubborn Heroes. Don't forget to follow us on all social media at Stubborn Heroes. You can also follow me, Adam the DM, at Omidius, OMIDIIOUS. You can go to our website to find everything. We just recently updated it. Parker did a lot of work on it. It's really good. That's stubbornheroes.com. Also, don't forget to check out Volonda's show. Right, Volonda?
Yep, you can find us pretty much everywhere at TLD Pod or on your usual podcatchery things or on the website, which I spend hours doing. Please go check that out.
Yeah. So check out the Lucky Die. And until next time, bye.
Bye.
Bye.